Alright guys, welcome back. I'm pretty sure this is part 18, but I guess I should have looked before I started. Anywho, continuing right where I left off last time at the save point there. We already fought this boss. If you're just joining us now, that was the end of last video. We're gonna run through here and run through the mountain. Have ourselves a lovely time. It's actually been about a week or so since I recorded last. Nothing. Figured there might at least be a chest down here or something. So anywho, I guess I should fix that. I'm actually getting pretty excited. We're getting pretty close to, after I unlock our second Esper here, it's gonna unlock a whole bunch of extra side quest stuff. And where are my levels at right now? Okay, well they're not quite as high as I was hoping for, but we still got a couple areas left to go still. Oh, those are greater Malboros, that's why. I was wondering why they're a different color. Once I get into the 30-ish range, I'll be strong enough to go through quite a few areas that are currently open, but I haven't gone through yet. The Aramsith Waterway being one, the Barheen Passage being another. I will go and show you guys how you go about getting the Deathbringer. I don't know if I'll equip it, because it's pretty powerful at this point in the game. Then again, I suppose if I've got it, I might as well use it, right? It's really only 30 points stronger than the Demon's Bane anyways, so... It also depends on how many tries it takes me to actually get it. Although in saying that as well, I also have the Thief's Cuffs now, which I usually wouldn't have. Basically, you can do this as soon as you leave the Tomb of Faith wall. It's the same thing with the Zodiac Spear, but I'm actually going to leave that. But if you go right after, you can kind of just run through and flee from everywhere, and eventually you run into the enemy that you can steal it from, and then you got like 2 or 3 steals before he kills you off, and yeah. So obviously I've got better armor, I've got Protect up, more HP. think there's going to be a cutscene coming up pretty soon. So I'll shut up for a little bit. Well, apparently not. Uh-oh, someone's still confused. So I've only got 4 of the monographs, so I've got to figure out which are the 2 I'm missing. I'll let you guys know next video. I'll actually probably go and look it up and we'll see what I'm missing here, because I would like to collect all of them. I can't remember if it's 6 or 7 minus the canopic jar there. Cutscene's probably here then. I'm pretty sure I'm not making this up. There is one somewhere.
Empires parade down city streets while refugees walk barefoot through the snow.
And so I sue for peace, to stop short war and ease their suffering. My father will choose peace.
Will he now? You sound sure of yourself. You can never know another, even your father.
Don't take it the wrong way, Kay.
This crisis would not end were I gone. The Senate hates the very fact that House Solidor exists. By necessity, we must find reason to silence them.
Necessity? Ah, yes, necessity. Does that word free you, I wonder? You show no hesitation to solve matters with blood.
The sword of House Solidor cannot be left to rust in doubt. It was you, Excellency, who tempered that sword.
Is this your idea of vengeance?
It is my idea of necessity. If we do not act now, it is not only our future you imperil.
So, you would dirty your hands to keep his clean.
My hands are stained with blood. I see little reason to stay them now.
So they are. And so House Solidor lives on.
So not nearly as interesting as the scene I thought we were going to see. I guess that one comes a little later, but at least I wasn't making it up. There was a scene here. So I'm pretty much making a beeline from Mount Bur Omnisays. Technically this is the Paramina Rift. We're gonna find the mountain right now. I apologize, I keep saying Mount Bur Omnisays, like with an N in it, and it's Omisays. Am I going to change that? Probably not. It's just going to come out. I've been calling it that for like 10 years. Well, 9, I guess. These ninja swords are kind of fun, but they always have the dark element. And there are lots of areas in the game, especially like where you just saw where those dead bones and whatnot always pop up, so they become pretty useless. Not really seeing anything worth my time here. Nothing really at all. I'm never going to use measures. I don't think I need a crossbow for anything for right now, so I'm going to get rid of that. And probably should give her that. It's about time I started getting some arrows. Well, arrows with effects anyways. Sell off this stuff really quick, and then we will proceed along. I might be rushing it a little bit, but I'd like to see if I can actually finish. It'll depend on how long these cutscenes take too, but I'd like to see if I can finish the Stillshrine of Miriam, as well as this area on this video. It's incredibly rare, but every now and again I do float. do want a map for this area. For 15 gil, I guess I might as well get this one too. It's a very nice place aesthetically. You know, the whole above the clouds kind of thing. I'm assuming that's what this is going for. Floating rocks everywhere. So I'll let you guys watch all these scenes without me. Enjoy. Should be about 5 or 6 minutes or something like that.
Is he sleeping?
No, my child.
Whoa!
I do not sleep. I dream. For reality and illusion are a duality. Two parts of a whole. Only the mirror of dreams reflects what is true.
Anastasis, Your Grace. I am
Lay
Ashelia.
down your words. Ashelia, daughter of Ramanas, I have dreamt your dream. Who better to carry on the Dalmascan line than she who bears the Dawn Shard? Your dream of a kingdom restored is known to me.
Grand Kiltias, then give us your blessing. Grant the Lady Ash her accession to the...
This is something you might reconsider. My little Emperor-in-Waiting. You called and I have come.
This is the man I wanted you to meet. Believe it or not, he is a member of the noble house Margrace, rulers of the Rosarian Empire.
I am but one of very, very many. Try as I might, I could not stop this war alone. Thus, I came seeking Lars's assistance. Alcide Margrace at your service. To think I stand before the Lady Ash, it is truly an honor. I see it is true after all. Stunning is Dalmasca's desert bloom.
In Arcadia, Larsa. In Rosaria, Alcid. They dream not of war. Should empire join with empire, the way will open for a new Evilis in our time.
Grand Kiltias, you speak much of dreams, but in the real world, war is upon us.
Grand Kiltias, I was told my coming here would prevent this war. I was to assume my father's throne and announce the restoration of Dalmasca, treat with the Empire for peace, and persuade the Resistance to stay their hand. I have not come all this way to be asked to reconsider.
A word from you and the Resistance would stop cold, and Rosario's pretext for joining the war scattered off to the four winds. This was what we had hoped. Alas, circumstances change. A full 2 years have passed since your reported death. Were it to become known you are still alive, I fear it could only worsen our current situation.
Because I am powerless to help.
Nay, in fact it has little to do with you.
Then what? If Lady Ash were to extend her hand in friendship, perhaps I could then persuade the Emperor. His Excellency will solve things peacefully.
The Emperor Gramis is no more. His life was taken.
Father.
What possible cause could we have to lay hand on our Emperor?
A deception and an outrage! The Senate will not stand for this!
A viper amongst our senators?
With Chairman Gregoroth as its head. With what dignity remained him, he confessed to the poisoning and passed his own sentence.
A viper with many tails. Much of the Senate is culpable.
We had no choice but to strip the Senate of authority and assign powers of autocracy to myself until such time as order...
Spare me your lies! I see the serpent coiled here before me!
Trace, you speak too freely.
Zargabath! Do not tell me you join in his mama's farce!
With Rosaria poised to invade at any moment, our leader must have a free hand.
The once great House Solidor is now reduced to myself and my dear brother Larsa.
Surely you would not go so far. Vain Solidor! As Judge Magister and upholder of the law, I hereby place you under arrest.
You misunderstand. Vane did not make himself autocrat. It was the very Ministry of Law which you serve. Do you see it now, Drace? When you bared your sword at His Excellency, you bared your sword at the law.
You wear the mama's motley well, Bergen. Such strength. Inhuman.
Zargabath, take the Alexander. You will accompany Bergen and bring Larsa back to me.
Sire.
Your Excellency, Lord Larsa was placed under my charge.
Oh? Perhaps you mistook your orders then. I can see no other explanation for why you were reporting and conjecturing on my doings to my late father.
Your Excellency.
A hound begging for scraps at the Emperor's table. Would you serve another master, hound? You may fulfill your duty as Judge Magister before us all. She has been tried and found guilty.
Your Excellency, I beg you reconsider.
Do it. I care not. Live, Gabranth. Protect the young lord. Protect Larsa.
Forgive me.
Pray be quick.
And so House Solidor lives on.
Let us suppose you approach the Empire with a peaceful resolution. The late Emperor Gramis would have lent you his ear, that much is certain, but we are dealing with vain Solidor. Should the princess return, he would claim her an impostor, or to tempt the resistance into battle. Vayne wants this war, that much is certain. As our ill luck would have it, the man is a military genius.
The dreams have told me thus. To reveal yourself would imperil us all. I see war, and Vayne's name writ bold on history's page.
Arcadia's banners fly high. They are making ready for the coming war. According to our latest reports, the Western Armada prepares for war, under Vayne's command, no less. The newly formed 12th Fleet has already been deployed. Oh yes, the Imperial First Fleet stands ready. They'll be underway as soon as the Odin's refit is complete, and there is more. The 2nd Caravan Expeditionary Force is being called in to replace the missing 8th, so there will be no gaps. The largest force ever seen!
And then, the Nethicite is the coup de grace. Grand Kiltius, your grace. I spoke to you of my succession. Let us put that aside. Should I become Queen of Dalmasca now, powerless as I am, I can protect nothing. With a greater power at my disposal, perhaps then.
It is the Nethicite of which you dream?
I require something far greater.
To wield power against power. Truly, the words of a human child.
I am descended from the Dynast King himself.
Indeed. Then you have but one choice. Seek you the other power Wraithwall left.
Does such a thing exist?
Journey across the Paramina Rift to the Stillshrine of Miriam. There rests the gift he entrusted to the Grand Kiltius of his time. Seek it out. The Sword of Kings can cut through Nethicite. Why he would entrust the power to destroy Nethicite, the instrument of his greatness, to another and not to his own progeny, I cannot say. Awaken Shelia Benagan and take up your sword, or your dream will remain but a dream. My dream too fades into day.
So that was a far more interesting scene than the previous ones that we saw. Really shouldn't be much of a plot twist when you think about it, though. Especially since the Emperor was dying anyways, with his illness or whatever it was. It would have been a lot more tragic if he was, you know, still had 10 years in him kind of thing. But that's my opinion. Anywho, I was talking about potentially getting the Stillshrine in this video as well. That is not going to happen because I won't be able to rip through it in half an hour. I still got to get there, which I wasn't even thinking about when I said that earlier, so... I know there was some weaponry there that's a little bit stronger. I think both Balthier and Ash's weapons could have gotten a +4, but it's not worth the money. I'll wait till I get something a little better. I was just looking on the map there to make sure I'm going the right way. The Paramina Rift here can be a pretty confusing area, actually. Especially trying to get to the Stillshrine if you don't know, especially if you don't buy the map. You figure, oh, you'll just feel it out. It's a little different. So the downside to losing Larsa is that he obviously won't be healing us anymore. I'm gonna have to start taking care of my healing on my own. And I don't think I'm gonna get any more characters that are gonna heal me, like as guests and whatnot. Which is fine. I mean, one of the not so good things about Larsa was that even at level 24 his HP was pretty low. It was only at 700, which is about half of what everybody else is at. And while he didn't get attacked very often, if I tried to go through some of those areas that I'm talking about going through in a little bit, I would have gotten massacred because he would have kept getting killed off, and the problem with that would have been you know, my characters would then be trying to revive him because I would have my revive, you know, my raise gambit. Or he'd be healing himself because he's only got like 100 HP left. And I can't equip him with anything, so his defense is going to be a little low still. So it's actually pretty good at this point. I mean, you know, what I should have done is, if you look at my levels right now, I probably should have trained, you know, the Pinello, Pinello Von Fran party that I have going there as a reserve. probably could have put some time and effort into them and had Larsa kind of covering for them, but it is what it is. Actually, I think I mentioned this in a couple of videos ago when we were in the mines there. Actually, I think that was the last video. I don't know, I can't remember. But I'm gonna show you guys what the leveling trick is. Basically, I'll show you like the first little bit of it, and then from there I'll leave the game going and level up my reserve characters. These are the same Garuda that we fought at the Tomb of Wraithwall, which is why, if you notice, you wouldn't have seen it in my gameplay, but if you're playing this or whatever, it's not considered an actual boss. Like in the bestiary, however you say that. So yeah, there's two silver flows ends and they don't actually connect, so if you end up on the other side, you're gonna have to come back, do it properly, go through the save point area there. Take out this Yeti, and then I think I might actually try my luck on those ice elementals. Obviously those ice shields would have been pretty useful here. How much damage am I doing? Not a whole lot. Okay. You know what? If I don't know... Might as well finish it off. I already started the fight, right? You know what, now that I'm thinking about it too, it's a good thing I'm putting the Stillshrine of Miriam all together, because it's actually a long area now that I think about it. There's like 4 different areas I kind of have to go through. Oh crap. There are actually 5 areas and 2 boss fights. So yeah, in hindsight, this is probably a lot better. There's going to be a safe one coming up, which is why I have no problem burning all my mist charges right here. Oh. I really got to start paying attention. Back when I used to play this game very heavily, we'll call it, you know, trying to finish all the quests and finish all the, you know, level up as much as I can, explore all the areas, get the espers, etc, etc. I used to be so good at noticing, like basically telling myself, if this button pops up, that's my first priority, because it's going to be a mischarge kind of thing. And kind of doing it quickly in my head though too, right? Constantly telling myself like, you know, Balthier has no mischarges, what are the odds? His pops up right there. But anywho. That's okay, 13 hits. I'm pretty sure that should kill it.
Heads up!
So that was as close to as to a boss fight that we're going to get in this video, because I'm going to be ending it right up here. I can't remember if there's a scene before I walk in the doors or not, but I'll just walk up and see, and then oh, guess not. So really, that was mostly all story stuff. We got 1 level up on our 3 main characters here, and then that's pretty much it. So we'll actually do the Stillshrine of Miriam part 19, and then we'll see what happens after that. Hope to see you there.